Hey everybody, it's not Tart Tuesday, but we're here at Strom's Farm and Bakery talking to Amy today about what they've got going on at Strom, how they make butter tarts, and the works.
My in-laws started Strom's farm, Strom sweet corn, actually back in 1978 with sweet corn. In 95 they added pumpkins, and then in 2006 we purchased the farm from them and added a bakery. So we added butter tarts in 2012.
Perfect.
There was a bit of an apple crisis across our area and the US with a frost, so we weren't able to get apples for apples pies, so my head bakers are like, let's do some butter tarts. So we worked on a recipe and started with butter tarts in 2012. I don't like runny or very sweet butter tarts, so I was searching for something without corn syrup. So I found a recipe that was for like a pecan pie down in the Georgia area. So we played with that a bit to make it not runny, not as sweet, and something that I loved, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but...
Hey, we all have our preferences, right?
That's right, that's right. We added Hascaps to the farm in 2014, so we had Hascap berries and we're like, okay, let's try the Hascap in the tart. A Hascap berry is if you put a blueberry and a raspberry in your mouth at the same time, so it's got a bit more of a tart to it. With the sweet filling and the tart, it just made a nice combination, and we said, this is a winner.
We're gonna do some rapid fire questions all about butter tarts, and we're gonna get Amy's preferences on all of these questions. Here we go. Thick or thin crust?
Thin.
Sweet filling or a mellow, less sweet filling?
Mellow, less sweet.
Runny filling or a solid filling?
More solid.
If you have to pick between
If
the two,
pick,
solid?
Yeah, I don't like it running down my arm.
A circle crust or the flour crust?
Flour crust. I just think it makes a very pretty presentation.
Plain or raisin?
Plain.
Pecan or chocolate?
I like our chocolate pecan.
Okay, a marriage of both. Sure,
Yeah,
why
that's
not?
right.
Should tarts be in a tin or out of a tin?
I prefer them out of a tin. I think they look more homemade. I think when they're in a tin, in my opinion, it looks more like it's come from a grocery store.
So sidebar, does a tin equal not homemade?
No, not at all. I think the reason a lot of bakeries will use those tins is it really saves in washing. People will use those and have a homemade tart for sure. It's just, in my mind, that's what I think when I see them.
We got away from the rapid fire there, but
Yep,
I
sorry,
like.
that was
no,
a
but that was a
longer,
personal question. That's my own side note. I really enjoy knowing that. Crust, butter or shortening?
We use lard in our crust.
Okay. Flaky or firm?
I like a bit more flaky. We mix our flours so that it is flaky, but yet doesn't fall apart in your hand.
And then last one, how long can butter tarts stay in the freezer?
Up to a year.
Whoa.
Yep.
A year.
I find we'll have customers come in at the end of October, and then they'll buy what they need for Christmas. They'll buy what they need for spring. When you pull them out, set them on the counter. A couple hours later, it's just like eating a fresh butter tart.
Can confirm I've done it once or twice before. We've got questions from the online hive. We asked on Instagram and YouTube their questions about butter tarts, so I'm gonna give them to you.
Okay.
You answer them to the best of your ability.
It's a good question. My guess would be because there's so much butter in the recipe that it's just, I've heard butter pie before, and my guess is they're like, okay, what do we name this? Well, it's got majority of butter in it, so let's call it a butter tart. So we have a parchment circle that goes in the bottom that helps. It's also, you got to make sure your crust is the right ratio. You got to make sure your filling isn't over top of the edge, that the filling can stick to the crust, and then it has problems getting it out. So there is a bit of science with that, but we found these little parchment circles that sit in the bottom of the muffin tin have saved us a lot and helped with dishwashing. So you're trying to get it as a circle.
Right.
So you have to make that layer in order to make it a circle.
Got it, so it fits in the muffin tin.
Yep. I've never put maple syrup in our butter tarts, and I'm anti-corn syrup for butter tart. Can't really answer that as far as I've not tried maple syrup in a butter tart.
But you'd probably try maple syrup before corn syrup.
Absolutely, yes. Yep. Oh, sure, I would imagine.
What would need to change in the process?
All-purpose flour makes it a bit tougher, and pastry makes it a bit more flaky. In my opinion, you'd have to play with the ratio of the flours that you were using. Say yes.
Yes, great.
I would say 80% of our population say yes,
Good.
and 20% say, what are you saying?
Yeah.
I love raisin butter tarts.
People are split, but it's 80-20.
Eggs, brown sugar, butter are your main 3 ingredients that we put in ours anyway.
Okay.
Milk, a little bit of vanilla. I would say you're adding more butter, is my guess. We played with it so it wasn't as runny.
Right.
But I think your butter is kind of your key. Or if you want runny, in my thought, you would then add some corn syrup into your recipe.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. We just have closing questions just for you, a little promo for you.
Our website is strom.ca, strom.ca. We are open mid-September till October 31st, Wednesday through Sundays from 9:30 till 6. Just here. We can't keep up with what we have to do here, so they're just here.
So come here, buy them at the end of the season, buy a whole bunch, stick them in your freezer for at least 1 year.
We've got thousands and thousands of pumpkins. We have our corn maze, wagon rides, pumpkin chucking, puppet show on the weekends. At the end of October, we do night maze. Thursday nights are line dancing. Saturday, we've got Paige Rutledge and Bradley Hale. So check out strom.ca under plan a visit, and then you can see all the dates and the times and the info for that as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us on this special edition of Tart Tuesday, and thank you to Amy for having us here at Strom. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Well, since we're here at Strom's Farm and Bakery, might as well try a butter tart. I've got a plain butter tart and a Has-Cap butter tart fresh out of the oven. We're gonna crack it open and give it a shot. I'm gonna start with the Has-Cap. Oh, the crust is so flaky. Okay, here we go. I've never had one out of the oven before. That's an amazing experience. It's so warm and gooey. The crust is so flaky. That's really good. I'm gonna set it down only because I have a plain right here. I have to try it. Strom's plain classic butter tart. We're gonna crack it open, fresh out of the oven. I'm not mad about that. Is this a new thing I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start warming up butter tarts before I eat them. It's a completely different experience when they're warm. The filling is so delicious. The crust is so flaky. I can tell that it's fresh as well. It's still warm in my hand. These are delicious. Better come on out to Strom's, get yourself a plain butter tart, a Has-Cap, or any of their other amazing flavors. Thanks for tuning in. It's so good. It's so flaky. And warm? Ooh, that's an easy 9-1.